Quan Yin teaches the path of Karuna compassion. I offer my story to reveal that all stories of compassion are the same story in the journey back home to the heart. Water directly taught me about the meaning of Karuna compassion. When I prayed into the water and ingested it, the water would flow to every darkness that my awareness was too afraid to touch out of shame or guilt. It was the water that carried my prayer everywhere I needed to reconcile the wounding within me. The water was not afraid to go where I needed it to go for my healing. Therefore, the medicine of water is an excellent teaching vehicle for revealing the power of Karuna compassion. For there is nothing that we have suffered that we cannot heal within ourselves, and Karuna is the medicine of unconditional compassion that is the power to heal us from every suffering. The greatest of all suffering occurs when you refuse to have compassion for yourself, as you are experiencing any kind of suffering. The Sanskrit root for compassion is Karuna. My definition of Karuna is to be so closely held by yourself that no separation can remain within you. To refuse yourself this embrace when you are already suffering immeasurably amplifies the pain that you are already experiencing. Embodying Karuna compassion begins with learning how to love yourself first, holding all the parts of yourself throughout every present moment and in every circumstance. It requires softening your heart to accept that the gift of your own Karuna compassion is the standard you deserve to experience in your relationship with yourself. No one else's opinion is required to acknowledge, quantify, or qualify your authentic experience of suffering for it to be real for you. Practicing Karuna does not require anyone else's approval or participation for you to receive the compassion that you deserve. Everything happening within you is here to be unconditionally honored by you without needing anyone else's permission to do so. Karuna compassion is taking the time to be present with your authentic experience and being kind to yourself in every way. The quantum healing energy of Karuna takes your awareness directly to the root belief systems of your original wounds, so that you may love those places within you that feel abandoned and unlovable. For that is the magic of Karuna. It is the compassion within you that is willing to love what you believe is unlovable, unforgivable, or lacking within yourself. In the practice of Karuna compassion, your own heart becomes your resource for receiving unconditional self-love and self-acceptance. Your greatest teacher for learning the importance of Karuna compassion is your inner child, who is also the face of your innocence. The voice of your inner child speaks from your heart, acting as a guardian angel for your commitment to bestow the Karuna of self-love upon yourself. When you are too enamored with social conditioning to give yourself the compassion that you deserve, it is your inner child who steps in to keep you honest. Sudden feelings of anger, disappointment, and sadness can all act as messengers from your inner child when you are refusing to give Karuna to yourself. Karuna is often described as the devoted, loving compassion that a mother has for her child. I offer to you that embodying this definition begins with you becoming the inner mother and father to your own inner child. In the journey of parenting yourself, you will come to find that it is your own innocence that knows the exact words and self-loving actions that you need to receive from yourself for healing your deepest wounds. When your inner child is honored with Karuna compassion, they will eventually reveal themselves as the Phoenix child within you, which is Keycode 444 of the Sophia Code. The Phoenix child is the invincible embodiment of your innocence that was never harmed in your suffering. Keycode 444 is your own angelic nature that arises again and again from the ashes of the past, with the power to unconditionally love yourself and all others with the wisdom of compassion that has survived with you. When you practice holding yourself with great tenderness, you eventually become whole in your relationship with yourself. You trust yourself. Emotional safety becomes an established foundation within you. These feelings of safety and wholeness within yourself allow for you to reconcile with the truth of your sovereign divinity. It is from this foundation that Karuna can then initiate you into the greater depths of compassion available to you as a Christed being. To be so closely held by yourself that no separation can remain within you also applies to your interdependent existence with all beings within Sophia. Karuna for yourself eventually generates an overflowing compassion for all beings that you are journeying with across the cosmos. When you embody this level of Karuna, you do not expect anyone to think, act, or believe what is to your liking in exchange for your compassion. Christ consciousness honors the universal suffering of others by honoring all beings as the faces of divinity that deserve your unconditional compassion. The piercing light of Karuna is too bright to see anything other than the divine love that every sovereign being deserves as a member of the one body of Sophia Christ. When Karuna compassion overflows from your heart, you deeply care about what is important to others because you honor and value what is important to you. Karuna compassion frees you from all boundaries about why you should or shouldn't give unconditional love. It is this authentic arising in unconditionally love others because you know how deeply to love yourself that heals and uplifts the world with your compassion.